This tour follows the official Little Bighorn battlefield tour, and the narrative for the most part follows the narrative produced by the noted historian Robert Utley. Stop 1, Indian encampment. On June 25, 1876, approximately 7,000 Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho, including 1,500 to 2,000 warriors, were encamped below along the Little Bighorn River. Led by Sitting Bull, they refused to be restricted to their reservation, preferring the traditional nomadic way of life. Custer's advance. At approximately 10 in the morning, Custer went to the distant peak Crow's Nest and viewed the Indian village. This is Reno Creek. In this approximate area, at around noon on June 25th, 1876, Custer divided his troops into 3 units. One unit with Captain Benteen of approximately 125 men scouted wide to the west. Major Reno with approximately 140 men accompanied Custer for a while and then split and moved into the valley to attack the Indian village from the south. Custer took his 225 men further north. Reno's Valley Fight. After fording the Little Bighorn River 1 mile from here, Reno's battalion attacked the Indian village from the south. Outflanked, he retreated into the timber. This is the valley near the small town of Garryon, named after the Irish tune that was the regimental marching song for Custer's 7th Cavalry. At approximately 2:30 on the other side of this freeway, Reno attacked the village. He was quickly opposed by hundreds of Indian warriors, and he had his men dismount and form a skirmish line. They were quickly outflanked and then retreated to this side of the freeway where they fought in the woods, and then eventually retreated to the bluffs above the river. Reno's retreat. Under mounting pressure, Reno abandoned the timber, and a very disorganized retreat occurred across the river below and up this ravine. Stop number 5, Hilltop Defense. Major Reno's shattered battalion takes up positions here and is soon joined by Captain Frederick Benteen's battalion. The surrounded troops make a determined stand until the next afternoon, when the Indians withdraw. Sharpshooter Ridge. From this ridge, Custer first viewed Reno's attack on the village. Custer's men went up Cedar Coulee. This coulee. It was in this vicinity that Custer sent back a messenger with orders for the pack train to reinforce him. After Custer's defeat, this ridge was occupied by Lakota and Cheyenne warriors who poured deadly fire into Reno and Benteen's company below. Weir Point. In an attempt to locate Custer, Captain Thomas Weir came to this point at about 5 to 5:30 in the afternoon. They looked north and saw the battle approximately 3 miles away. The Battle of Custer and his men was probably over by now. One man from Weir's company said we saw a good many Indians galloping up and down and firing at objects on the ground. Another said clouds of dust arose from all parts of the field and the horsemen converged towards our position. Weir and his men withdrew to the promontory where Reno and Benteen were located. Medicine Tail Coulee. Custer descended in this ravine below Medicine Tail Coulee. It was here that he sent a second message carried by a recent Italian immigrant who had recently anglicized his name from Giovanni Martini to John Martin. They gave Private Martin a written note that said, "Benteen, come on, big village, be quick, bring packs. W.W. Cook, P. bring packs." Martin was the last U.S. soldier survivor of the Little Bighorn battle to see Custer and his men alive. Medicine Tail Ford, the Minneconjou, San Arc, and Cheyenne camps were on the western bank of this ford. Greasy Grass Ridge. Warriors ascended this ravine and positioned themselves on this ridge. Archaeological study has revealed that cartridge casings indicated intense fire against soldiers positioned on this ridge. There was also intense Indian fire from this area. Calhoun Hill. Custer's command briefly reunites here. A Lakota and Cheyenne charge overruns the soldiers' position on this hilltop and stampedes the cavalry horses held in the ravine below. The Keogh Crazy Horse fight. The Indian charge shattered the Calhoun defense and crashed through the positions below. Deep ravine. Approximately 28 of Custer's men either counterattack or flee down this ravine below Last Stand Hill. Last Stand Hill. On this knoll, Custer and approximately 41 men shoot their horses for breastworks and make a stand. Most of the soldiers dying in this area are interred in a mass grave below the memorial marker. Most officers have been reinterred elsewhere, and Custer is reinterred at West Point Military Academy.